welcome back to my channel. For today's Music Monday, we are going to be talking about Barbie soundtracks that need vinyl. All of these Barbie soundtracks, with the exception of like 2 or 3, are not on streaming platforms. And then the movies are also not on streaming platforms to watch. And I'm pretty sure there's like some legality or licensing issues, and that's the reason why they're not on there. So are these vinyl realistically going to actually be released? No, unfortunately. So today we're going to live in the magical world where Mattel would in fact release the Barbie soundtracks on vinyl and have the soundtracks available to purchase. So I say, without further ado, let's get into it. Now I'm actually going to start with the most realistic soundtrack, and that is the CD that they released years ago called Barbie Sings the Princess Movie Song Collection. So this was a compilation album, mostly Princess and the Pauper songs, but then like side B of this, I mean obviously CDs don't have side A's and side B's, but like the second half of the album is like the classic instrumentals from like Barbie Nutcracker, Barbie Swan Lake, Barbie Rapunzel, so those iconic movies. And because of licensing and everything, and considering it's a lot of like classic ballet instrumentals, I assumed that they probably could never release just those, like Swan Lake, Rapunzel, 12 Dancing Princesses, they can never release those separately. So I think for those movies specifically, the best option would be this specific soundtrack. So for this song collection compilation album, the cover itself is like Barbie during Free in Princess and the Pauper. So because of that, we're gonna go with just classic pink colors. So for this, we have a dark pink with light pink marbling, and then the center label would kind of be that like goldy bronze color. But obviously for a compilation like this, I needed to do something pink because Barbie. Duh. If any of these were to get pressed, I feel like this would be the most plausible option if they did like an anniversary or something of like classic Barbie. I don't know. All right, now moving on to their most iconic OG animated film, and that is Barbie is Princess and the Pauper. This is literally most people's favorite Barbie movie, and for a reason, okay? Because it is so good. Literally, me and my sister would watch this one like non-stop. We loved this movie, and it's iconic for so many reasons. Too many reasons to get into today, because if you have not seen Barbie and the Princess and the Pauper, what are you doing? And if you didn't grow up with that, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss, because it is so iconic and so good. But for the iconicness of this album, we're doing a split pressing with a baby pink and a baby blue for Erica and Annalise, of course. And then for the center label, I thought it'd be really fun to have their little butterflies that fly like to the end and the beginning of the film that kind of represent Erica and Annalise. But literally, I feel like this represents it perfectly, and I need Princess and the Pauper soundtrack on vinyl. Thank you very much. Okay, next one is an underrated OG Barbie film, and that is Barbie Diaries. I love this film. Granted, I love like pretty much every single old Barbie film, that's a given, but this one is just so iconic. We don't talk about the animation style, okay? We all mutually agree that the animation style is absolutely atrocious and horrible. Ew. So for this cover, the cover is literally going to be her diary. A little butterfly diary that she has, and as you can see, like on the side of the jacket where you like pull out the vinyl is like the little clasp that she uses to like open it up or whatever. So I feel like that's perfect, and obviously it still has the Barbie Diaries on the thing. The disc itself is an opaque palish pink, but then has like some white marbling in there. I think also like another option could be like a hot pink, but because the cover is so aggressively hot pink, I was like, I think we should go with a lighter pink so it's not like hot pink, you know what I mean? I also think there could be room for like a hot pink and black splatter because once again, that's the color that's on the journal. So there's many different options that you could do for the Barbie Diaries soundtrack. I just need it pressed because literally you cannot find like any of the songs on the soundtrack like anywhere. The only way you can listen to them is literally through YouTube or watching the film, and it is so incredibly frustrating. Like Note to Self? Come on, I love Note to Self. It's so good. Also, I would literally sing the opening number all the time after I watched that, like, this is me, can't ignore it, reaching out. I need to hear that song on my record player. Thank you very much. Next is literally one of my favorite pressings that I made for this video because I think it's just literally perfection. I don't think there's another option. Like, this is the only pressing that could be pressed for this movie, and that is the Island Princess. I literally was looking through coloredvinyls.com or whatever that website's called and found this. I don't even know what these types of pressings are called, but it almost looks like the vinyl has like almost a melty like water pattern on it, and it has a little bit of like speckles in there. But I found this and instantly was like, that's peacock feathers. Like, that's perfect. And it also, because it does have a little bit of water vibes, also perfect because once again, she lives on an island, she's near the ocean, you get it. And then for the center label, it would be the little flowers that she uses to heal all the animals in the end and that are in the little greenhouse that she stays in. I'm a genius. That's all I'm saying. No, but seriously, I think this is like the best pressing I've made for this video because I think it just fits so perfectly. And literally, Island Princess I think is like second place in my opinion for like the best Barbie soundtrack. Obviously first place is Princess and the Pauper, duh, and then literally second place will be Island Princess. I Need to Know, Broadway level, okay? Broadway level talent. I literally love that song so freaking much, okay? And yeah, I need it on vinyl. Next up is another incredibly popular classic Barbie movie, and that is Barbie and the Diamond Castle. Now this is another one you could probably go right on the nose and do like a translucent hot pink or a translucent like violet color to match both of their dresses, which both I think are great options, but I kind of wanted the pressing to go a little bit in the direction of like the little stones that they find in the water. And so first, the center label in fact has those heart-shaped stones, but then the disc itself is kind of more of like a pastel purple, and then the rest of the center label would be that like pink. So you have both the girlies like represented kind of in the colors on the pressing, even if it's not the disc itself, you know? But I thought this was chill. Once again, I think there's a couple different directions you could go with this, but I kind of liked this one. So next up is a soundtrack that actually is on streaming, and that is Barbie and the Secret Door. This movie is 50-50 for me. I think it can get really stupid and it can get really annoying real quick, but there were elements to it that I didn't mind, you know? I don't remember the name of the princess. I think it's like Alexa or Alex or something. Like, I actually liked her character, and I liked how she was like introverted and all she wanted to do was like stay in her room and read, because relatable. But like, it's an okay film. And if you guys want me to do a ranking every single Barbie movie, let me know in the comments. I actually have been considering doing that, so I may just, if no one says in the comments, I'm probably just gonna do it anyways, but let me know. But for this one, I wanted to go in the direction of having something that's kind of like an accent. So obviously the girl, once again, I have not seen this one as much, so I don't remember the names, but the girl that's voiced by Ashley Ball, who's in like the orange, I thought I would kind of lean towards that with the pressing. And so we have like this orangish yellow marble pressing, and then kind of towards the center label there's a little bit of pink in there, and so I felt like this colored disc is like perfect because it has a little bit of orange and a little bit of pink, which are kind of like the main prominent colors in this film. And then of course for the center label we have the Secret Door, the one and only. So, and then moving to another album that is on Spotify, and that is Barbie Rock and Royals. I was surprised by this film. I am not usually someone who like loves the newer Barbie movies, but this one's actually pretty good. And the reason it's good is because Mattel literally just copied Camp Rock 2 Final Jam. That's literally what it is. There's a camp for royals and there's a camp for punk rock people, okay? The two main characters accidentally go on the wrong boats. Literally the two owners of the two camps are like ex-lovers and they're like enemies. So once again, it's kind of like Camp Rock. So, but the music is actually not bad in this film as well. So the disc is this like hot pink and then it has like this dark blue splatter in it, which once again represents both the girlies, and I feel like the splatter pressing just somehow really fits this movie. I don't really have any evidence to back that up, but just a splatter pressing felt right for this movie. All right, and then the second to last, because I realized I accidentally skipped over one previously, but the second to last is Barbie Starlight Adventure. This was another film that I was expecting to hate, because once again, it is a newer Barbie film with the newer animation, and I'm not a fan of the newer animation, but it's great. Like literally, I was like, wait a dang minute, I actually really like this one. So if you're like, hey, maybe I'll give some of the newer Barbie movies a shot, choose this one because it's actually pretty good. But anyways, soundtrack's pretty fire, I will not lie. Like, Shooting Star, I love that. So this one, again, I feel like splatter pressing fit perfectly because of the fact that it's like them in a galaxy and their stars and all the things. I would also ideally like this to be a glitter pressing as well. So it's a glitter splatter pressing, if that's even a thing, which I'm gonna make it a thing actually. Yep, it's a thing. And so it's like this kind of like clear translucent with a little bit of like a bluish tinge. And then you have this like purple and like teal splatter, which once again, I feel like all those colors work perfectly for the cover and just some of the characters in the film. And we have one last like standard 12-inch vinyl that I accidentally skipped over, and that is Barbie: A Christmas Carol. Oh my gosh. I try and watch this every single year. Personally, it's in my top 3 for Christmas Carol adaptations. For this one, it's kind of like a candy cane splatter pressing. So the base of the disc is this like dark maroony pink color that like shows up a lot in the film, and then you have this kind of like white light pink splatter on it, which I feel like kind of makes it look like a candy cane, so then it has that Christmas-esqueness to it, but then also like ties in like Barbie's dress at the beginning of the film and also snow. Duh, there's snow in the film. Like overall, I feel like this just fits the vibe. Okay, now we're gonna be moving into 7-inch singles, and these are the specific singles where it's like the movie only had like 1 or 2 songs in it. The first one is Barbie: Three Musketeers. This one I felt like the easy choice was just a gold, and then I did a terrible job at designing the center label. I had a vision, but I couldn't like find an image that like fully articulated this vision, okay? But the vision is that the center label is all 4 of their swords like coming together, you know, when they like everyone puts their hands together and they're like, all for one and one for all. Like, just imagine what it could be, because it would be really cool. But anyways, that's Three Musketeers. Obviously it has All for One. I think there's like one other song in the movie, but I gotta be so honest with you guys, this is not my favorite Barbie movie, and it's mostly for my deep hatred for Louis. Yeah, I hate Prince Louis. I hate him with a burning passion because he's so useless and he's a big man baby, and literally what was Corinne doing? Next up is Barbie Fashion Fairy Tale, and this one, I didn't get like super creative with this. It's just a hot pink pressing. Now that I think about it, it should be a glitter pressing. Maybe post-production me will edit it to be a glitter pressing. But anyways, a hot pink glitter pressing. Then we have a Barbie Fairy Secret, and this is just a like bright light blue tealish color, probably translucent. I don't know, just this specific color I just feel like is very secret to me. I don't know, maybe it's because she has a little bit of that blue on her dress. I don't know. I just think that this fits really well. Next up, we have Princess Charm School. I love this movie, okay? And I think that's because of the fact that I grew up reading The Selection. And if you know anything about that book series, it's kind of like Barbie Princess Charm School, where there's like a competition to where all these girls can like put in their name to like compete. And obviously in the selection series, it was essentially the Bachelorette, where you were, you know, gonna win the heart of the prince or whatever. But this, it was actually just like more training to be a princess kind of thing. But still, it like scratched that itch, you know, because I loved the selection. I don't even know if you can see in the background of the video, but they're literally right here. And I literally have 2 copies of the first book, so if that tells you anything. But I love this movie, and literally, I forget the name of the song, but the song during the montage of like her actually like starting to catch on to like doing a lot of things, like that song is iconic. Need these on a 7-inch, and I thought no better than a like sort of translucent with like this rainbow splatter. I feel like that was perfect because then it has like the colors of the 3 girls in it. Next up is another iconic one, and that is Barbie: A Mermaid Tale. I felt like the coral color for this disc was a perfect choice, because I feel like it like sort of kind of goes with like the pink hair, but also goes with the cover where it's like this pink to like orangish ombre that we got going on. And obviously there's a lot of this like coral pink in the film itself when she's under the sea. Yeah, I just feel like this fit really well. And actually, that is our last vinyl that we are going to be talking about today. Once again, I know that probably none of these are ever going to be pressed, and this is never ever going to happen, but like, in my dream world, I would have all of these on vinyl, because Barbie was everything to me, especially when they were in their ballet phase, because that made me want to be a ballerina. And literally, it's the reason I took a ballet class in college. So literally, I love Barbie so much. If there was any Barbie soundtracks or Barbie songs that I missed that you would like to see on vinyl, let me know in the comments. And also let me know which of these pressings was your favorite. Otherwise, in the near future, I do actually kind of want to do a ranking every Barbie movie video. So hopefully I will in fact do that. And let me know in the comments once again if that is something you would also like to see. If you would like to see more vinyl, movie, music content, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button below. And this was so fun. Thank you all for joining me today. Otherwise, I'll see you all in the next one, because that's all, folks.